Hey guys, what's up? It's Sam. I am very excited for today's video. Today we're going to be talking about my favorite trends for this fall/winter. I feel like there's a long period of time where I actually just hated absolutely everything in regards to fashion. I was so in a non-shopping era. I didn't want anything to do with clothes. I hated the idea of getting dressed every morning. It bothered me. I know it sounds crazy, but it was just it was too much. It was so annoying. And I think a lot of that was because I had such a hard time figuring out my own personal style, what I liked, what I didn't like, all of those things. And I feel like lately I've really found a lot of my own personal style in the last few years, and it's been so much fun for me. Take all of these things with a grain of salt. That is my biggest piece of advice. If something doesn't sound fun or cute to you, do not feel the need to do it. Have fun, be creative, express yourself. Use clothing as a vessel to extend yourself instead of shaping yourself around the clothing. I don't know if that made sense, but I just kind of wanted to put that out there. All right, without further ado, let's get into the video. If you guys want kind of a shorter version of this, it will be on my TikTok and Instagram, which are both samantha.hope, as well as the way I execute some of these ideas as well. All right, let's get into it. We're gonna first start off with a personal favorite, but an acknowledgement quickly. This might be a bit of a micro trend. I understand that. That's why I'm gonna give you guys some alternatives for how I would execute this personally. I have seen so much leopard lately. I think it's so much fun. I think it's a really fun way to express your style, to do something a little bit more interesting in terms of pattern. However, I don't like the way I'm seeing it so much currently. I'm seeing it a lot printed on denim. I don't dislike it. It's just, to me, I like to invest in my denim a little bit more, and it's such a unique piece that it's hard for me to justify the cost of that, honestly. So my solution to this issue is finding different ways to incorporate leopard that aren't directly the same as this exact trend. I'm also trying to think of different ways that you could thrift these items. That way it's still a fun way of executing the trend, but a lot cheaper and a lot more sustainable. I thrifted a pair of little kitten heels, which are super trendy right now, and they were leopard print. It was literally $1. They're super cute, they're very unique, and I feel like they're kind of taking on this trend, but in a way that's a little bit different. Another way that I really like this, maybe on a bag, a headband, that type of thing, I also really I've seen a few people thrift pajama pants, silk pajama pants, and utilize that as a part of the trend, and I think it is so cute. So yeah, just have fun with it, be a little bit creative, and you can find some really cool ways to make this trend work really well. Next item, riding boots. Obviously everyone's super into the fry boots, totally understand, but I personally will be trying to find something a little bit cheaper. I have a lot of leather looking type boots at the moment, so I don't think I need to buy an additional pair, but I'm going to find different fun ways to style it, similar to how these are being styled. Dare I say, I've even seen these styled often with skinny jeans. I'm seeing more of those come back. Take what you want from that. I don't think I'm gonna hop on the skinny jean trend, but something to consider if that's how you want to style your riding boots, because they're very much in, they're very much cute. Okay, so another thing that I've seen a lot of is earth tones replacing areas that would ordinarily be black. So a black basic t-shirt with more of an earth tone, or mixing certain earth tones together, so maybe a black bag and a brown sweater, or even mixing fabrics. That way you're still having something interesting going on, but specific to earth tones. I feel like they play off each other really well. Obviously it's not groundbreaking, everyone does this around this time, but I like the idea of this and making that essentially the basis of the outfit. I think it's super cute. I also think that this allows you to utilize pieces that you already have in your wardrobe, but then finding a different way to place them together than you typically would. Another thing I'm clearly very into at the moment are fun sweaters / cardigans. This one I can link down below. I still don't know if I like this one, to be totally honest. It's kind of a lot, but I think it's fun. As long as there's something fun going on, I enjoy it. I have another sweater that I really like from Abercrombie. It has little horses on it. It's so cute. It might be sold out online. I was able to find it in the store. I love it. It's so soft. And then my personal favorite place to find sweaters that are a little bit more unique and probably one of their kind, Buy Nothing Facebook group. Absolutely obsessed. This is even better if you're in suburbia, because I feel like there's a lot of really good pieces on there that people don't catch as quickly. I'm such a fan, and it's a really good way of getting rid of some of your stuff that you don't want cluttering your space anymore and you've moved on from, but then you get it to have a second life, which is really cool. Definitely check out those Facebook groups, because I think they're really fun. They're really good for the environment, and it's good for your pocketbook. I'm 80. What is, girl? Anyway, next thing that I've been really into personally, but also have found evidence of this being more trendy, is comfort. And I know that sounds a little silly, but I have been seeing a lot of emphasis on comfort while still keeping into consideration the style and the way things look. I have never said no to a sweat set. Love a sweat set. I do think it can look super cool, super chic. I even like still biker shorts and a big t-shirt, like very Princess Diana. Love that look. And in general, that sporty type of vibe is very in right now. So just leaning into anything that feels that type of way to you. Another example of this are the rag and bone jeans, the sweatpants jeans. I can buy them and try them out for you guys if you would like, but they are so expensive. They are like, I believe, $300 if I'm not mistaken. They've done a lot of influencer marketing, which I think is great, but it does make me wonder. I'm like, okay, if you actually had to pay for these jeans, and if that amount of money felt the same to you as it does to me, like, would you buy those pants? So that is what I'm personally considering, but I do understand the point of them. I think they look pretty good, all things considered, but it is very interesting to see such a large brand kind of put such a priority on comfort like that. They're very cool, but I'm unsure if I'm fully sold on that idea. The next thing I'm so into, I feel like I will always be into this, but over accessorizing, especially in a way that kind of tells a story about yourself. That sounds so cliche, so annoying, but hear me out. I think it is so much fun if I talk to someone and they're wearing jewelry or accessories and I ask them about it and they have such a fun story to go along with it. The jewelry that I wear every single day are these 3 necklaces. I'm never not wearing these, and anyone who knows me like personally understands like why each of these has meaning to me. It's even better because I've collected them throughout the years and I feel like I just keep adding one necklace over the other. It's just really fun. It's a really good way of expressing yourself without being too, I don't know, like obvious about it, I guess. I've really liked seeing brooches on the back of jean pockets. I think it's so cute. That's another thing I got off of a Buy Nothing group. I think it's a fun way to accessorize and bring a little bit more life to your clothing. Jewelry that's a little bit more eccentric, a little bit different. Even scarves that are kind of even not the most functional, I think are super cute. The other day I was at a farmer's market and I saw this woman who may have been like 60, 70 years old, and she was wearing a scarf, and like something about it was so chic to me. So absolutely love that look. Will never not love that look. I also really like this on shoes. So Free People has a few things that I've been eyeing, but I don't think I'm gonna purchase, but I'm really considering it. Just little shoe accessories. I think it's so cute. We saw this a lot with the bows last year. I'm unsure if bows, ironic I'm saying this, are here as much as they were last year, but I love the idea of just taking a little item like that and just putting it on any of your clothing, any of your bags, anything like that, and just making it your own. I think it's super cute. I have also really liked monochrome outfits, anything that kind of catches your eye in a way that's loud, but it's so like the same that it's not too much. I don't know how else to explain it. There's just something about it that is very satisfying for my eyes personally. Not for everyone, totally understand that, but I really like this, especially with more earthy tones. I think it looks super good. Next item are vests. I feel like vests really had a moment this summer, and I feel like it's going to carry on even more into fall. I like the vests that are essentially kind of useless. They're just like accessory pieces. They don't do much to benefit you, but they're just cute. I'm a big fan of those, but I also really do like vests with a purpose. So like a puffer vest that is a little bit oversized. You're able to wear it out and about. You don't feel like you're just like a marshmallow walking around. You feel like a little bit less than that. It's just nice. I personally like it. I like to do a lot of little walks, so I feel like a vest has always been the perfect addition for that. Just a really good way of getting outside, moving a little bit, but not committing to the jacket. Just this one's a little bit different, but fringe. You can kind of even see with something like this where there's some type of like involvement of fabric moving. Definitely a little bit of a homage to fringe in my opinion. I think people get scared of the notion of fringe. I do understand this, but as a girl who loves the 60s and 70s and all of those silhouettes, I'm such a fan of this. It's also relatively easy from my experience to find in thrift stores. It's not one of those things you have to spend a ton of money on, and it doesn't have to be in ways that are super traditional either. I think a lot of times you would find that on a jacket or something, but it doesn't have to be just that. It can be things like on your pants. It could be different accessories that you're using or wearing. It can be just in a way that's a little bit more fun and unexpected. Obviously not for everyone, but I'm a big fan of it this year. I think it's so much fun. We're gonna talk about denim, and we are going to talk specifically about the Canadian tuxedo, or what I refer to as double denim. Double denim is so cool. It's so fun. It's similar to like that monochromatic look where it's that same of something, and so it's loud, but it's not so in your face that it's too crazy. I'm absolutely obsessed. Like a large denim jacket that's oversized, baggy, and then a nice pair of jeans underneath. Typically the same type of color in that denim. I really like that. I think it looks so good. Such a look. I think it's really iconic. Absolutely obsessed. In a similar boat, I want to give a moment to deeper denim lately. I am such a fan of very traditional, very light wash denim, but I have found my eye drawing to a lot of this like deeper denim. I don't know. I'm absolutely obsessed with that look. I think you can find such a cute outfit in terms of that. Like I love it. I love it. It's so cute to me. I'm gonna say this and you guys are gonna be like, Sam, duh. Yes, obviously. Flannel. Okay, here's the thing. I know flannel has never really actually gone out, but to me it reminds me so much of my middle school experience. Like I'm thinking 2014, 2015 where like it was so in to be wearing flannel, and so it reminds me of that. But I think it's back. I don't know necessarily in the exact same way. Like I remember tying like a flannel around my waist, like listening to like the 1975 and like really having a moment. But I think in general, flannel is really having a moment, having a comeback, and honestly for a good reason. It's a comfortable fabric, it's soft, and it wears really well. I am very pro flannel this year, absolutely. Especially if you can find ways to make it a little bit unexpected. I think that's so cool. So maybe something like a skirt or a dress. Like I know that sounds kind of weird, but I think it's a cool look. This one is so good. Vintage everything, obviously, but vintage leather jackets, especially brown leather, I've been loving. I think it just looks so good. I think number one, obviously, there's the ethical factor of buying leather. It's not everyone's cup of tea. Totally understand that. It's also not in my budget personally, so it's just something I don't do. But with that in mind, I think that you can find some really great secondhand pieces. I would argue better and cheaper. I like when the leather's a little bit more worn in, where it's still good quality, but it has a life to it already. It's my favorite. If you live in New York, there's always a little flea market at Chelsea on the weekends, and they have a lot of leather, which I love. If you're not in New York, obviously there are other options as well, but that's just the only place that I can think of at the moment that I'm like, there's so much leather there. The next thing is stripes. So I'm being very specific here. Either like too much stripes and like a very kind of obvious placement, or stripes that are like horizontal, or like something just interesting. Colorful stripes, just something fun within the way that this pattern is being used, especially if you're able to break it up a little bit. Which brings us to our next item, silver. Guys, I'm a gold girl through and through. Love my gold jewelry, but silver's really having a moment, and rightfully so. I feel like I'm a big fan of mixing metals. No, that's not for everyone, but it is for me. I absolutely love it. I love the way that looks. I think it's so much fun. I think it's so cute. It's a way you can wear like all your jewelry without having to worry about like, oh wait, I can't wear this piece today because I'm wearing gold, I'm wearing silver. I like mixing it. I think it's fun. But if you don't want to mix your metals, you can still incorporate silver in a way that is a little bit different, not completely in terms of jewelry, but still a part of the look, a part of the outfit. So maybe a top that is more silver, shoes that have a silver tone to them, headbands, for example, are really fun to do this with as well. Just anything adding that element of silver into the look without completely, you know, changing up your entire jewelry catalog. The last item on this list are shift dresses. If you guys know, I'm obsessed 60s, 70s, so my vibe. Shift dresses are so of that time, and I personally think it is one of the best silhouettes ever. I absolutely love the way it looks. It makes so much sense to me. It is so comfortable. I just love it. I have been really loving shift dress that are denim specifically. There's one from Abercrombie that I tried on. It just didn't fit me in the way I wanted it to, which is why I didn't get it. But there's a lot of other options like that as well. In general, I love these. You can find a lot of vintage ones as well, and like thread up, for example. Some really cute dresses out there that aren't getting the love they deserve, and they're so cute, and I'm absolutely obsessed. All right guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know down below if this was something that you guys liked, if you were interested in it. Also let me know what you guys feel like is trending for this fall as well, things that you're so excited to wear. I would love to see it. I love getting inspiration from you guys. It helps me out a lot. Don't forget to subscribe for more content like this, and follow me on Instagram and TikTok for more short form content like this at samantha.hope. Any type of items that I mentioned in this video, I'm gonna try and find the links for down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll catch you guys in my next one. Bye!